It's working now. And of course, nobody's watching. Oh, now we got 7 people. Can someone give me a thumbs up on the audio, please? Please and thank you. And the video, I guess. Although it looks like it's working from my end. There's like 20 people waiting or 30 people waiting, and I just let them all down with my stupid camera. Okay, it looks like we got some confirmation on the audio. Well, that was embarrassing. Jesus, so I'm trying out this new camera. Well, it's not a new camera; it's my normal camera, but I'm trying it out for the first time as a webcam. And when you go live on YouTube, it gives you the option to select a webcam. And I was very certain to select the right webcam, but I noticed that when I was taking the thumbnail picture earlier, I had the right webcam selected, but it was still trying to use the GoPro one. And I was like, that's not right. So I toggled it, and then it worked after that. So this time when I went live, I was afraid. I was like, even though the right webcam was selected, I was like, I hope it doesn't do that again. And it did. But I got it straightened out now. All I had to do was toggle it. And here we are. So sorry about that, everybody. That was embarrassing. I already deleted that video. So if you got to witness that shit show, then congratulations. But I guess that's just the way things go. Anyways, we got 50 people watching already. Hell yeah. Appreciate that, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know how you like the new. I would imagine you probably like the video here better than my other one because I got my actual camera. I got this big old light behind me, so hopefully it looks okay. And we're gonna get some questions going. Let's see here. What beer are we drinking? Larry asked. We got my favorite, Zero Gravity. Can't really see that because of the focus, but Zero Gravity Green State Lager, a local Vermont beer here. I'm all about it. I just ate dinner, so I'm probably going to burp. Sorry about that. Let's see. Who we got? We got Melissa Todd. What's up, Melissa? Melissa comments on my videos all the time. I really appreciate that. We got Taylor Barnes, also comments a lot. Much appreciated. And we already got the first super chat from Who But American Hiker 69. Those of you that tune into these live streams when I occasionally do them, you will know that this gentleman right here, he hooks it up with the super chat. So American Hiker 69, hey man, what's up? Just finished a 10-miler to put me at 989 miles this year. Dude, that's insane. That's way more miles than I hiked this year. You should be the one live streaming talking about this shit, not me. So hell yeah. That's awesome, American Hiker 69. Much appreciate all the support. Taylor coming in. She said, nice live stream setup. She must have missed the initial mess up I had because that was not nice. But thank you, Taylor. What's up, Taylor? I'm sure some people will be saying hi to her in the chat. Eric Collins said, would you rather have your sleeping bag full of ants or watch Flossie suffer with ants in his? I'd much rather watch him. Are you kidding me? I don't want a bunch of ants in my sleeping bag. What is that? I've never gotten that question before. That's a hilarious question. I like the would you rathers. They get a little out of control sometimes, but hey, what are you going to do? That's an awesome question. Andrew said, I'll look at, mispronouncing words live on the internet. We miss you podcast comment. Yeah. No, not miss you podcast. We miss the podcast. Jeez, I need to take a drink. Yeah. So Trail Tales. I know probably multiple people are going to ask this because they always ask it every live stream. See, we already got someone else saying, what's up with Trail Tales? Is it done or is it on hiatus? I think I got that word right. It is on hiatus unofficially because I never announced anything. It started with me just missing a few episodes and then just evolved into me not posting episodes. But I have been talking with Rose, the editor, and probably going to come back. It's not guaranteed because it's going to depend on her schedule and she's busier now. But I'm thinking after Christmas, after the new year, I'm going to try to bring it back. I'm probably just going to do every other week instead of weekly episodes, but I am planning on trying my best to bring it back. And maybe if it doesn't work out with her, I can burp and then I can find a new editor. So we'll see. Farrell Daryl, $10 Canadian super chat. I don't know the exchange rate. Is that more than $10 US or less? Probably less. I don't actually know. I don't know shit, but Farrell Daryl, which might be the best name I've ever heard. Hey man, love what you do. Respect, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you, Pharaoh Daryl. Um, let's see here. Hiking with Sean said podcasting is tough, especially if you want more than one speaker. Yeah, it is tough. I'm guessing he meant by speaker, he meant like guest. Yeah, finding guests is mm, it's not like I wouldn't say it's hard, but just coordinating with guests, constantly having somebody on cue ready to go, constantly coming up with interesting guests and interesting topics, things to talk about. It is pretty hard. And I definitely got a little bit burnt out. I think that's probably why I stopped. I still like love the podcast, and honestly, I get messages and emails and comments all the time asking me to bring back the podcast. So I honestly feel really bad about not making any sort of announcement. I literally got another message today, like people asking. So I'll bring it back. I'll do my best to bring it back. Yeah. Salmon Outdoors said, new drinking game. Whenever you mispronounce a word, you have to drink. Fair enough. Did I mispronounce his name? Probably, but it's all good. We got another super chat from American Hiker 69 saying, I'd love to do an episode of Trail Tales. Well, shit, this gentleman right here apparently has hiked almost 1,000 miles this year, so I don't see why I wouldn't have him on, except for maybe the fact that he spelled Trail Tales wrong. Drink. It's Tales, not Tails. But that's okay. We still love you, American Hiker 69. Let's see. Eric is yelling at me for the camera focus. Is the camera like being weird with the focus? It's supposed to be auto-focused on my face. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it right now because I don't want to mess around with the camera. But next time, maybe I can try to lock the focus. I don't know. Let's see. Christian B said, did you ever buy that Mountain Laurel Designs Profit? That's a throwback right there. So last year, like more than a year ago, I mentioned that I was going to be buying a Mountain Laurel Designs Profit, a backpack, and I actually did buy the backpack. I paid for it and everything. I bought it in like June of last year, and I was hoping I would have it in time for my Northville Placid trail hike in September of last year. And unfortunately, they just could not get it to me in time. I think they were just swamped. It's a small company. They just couldn't get it in time. And so I reached out and I was like, hey, look, guys, it's been like 10 weeks and I don't have my pack yet. So if it's not going to show up before my hike, I'm probably just going to cancel my order. And they were cool with that. They refunded me immediately. It was no big deal. I think they were honestly kind of relieved because it sounded like they had a lot of orders. So I did not end up getting that backpack, but it looks great. I know one of my friends, Baker, who's been on Trail Tales a bunch, he has that backpack. I don't know if it's the Profit. It might be like the slightly smaller one. I can't remember the sizes, to be honest, but he loves it. And it looks like a great pack. I would love to try it, but just didn't work out. Kaiser Wilhelm. Did I mispronounce that? Who knows? Any plans to do the Cohos Trail? Yes, I would. Okay, well, hold on a second. I don't have any plans to at the moment, like no solid plans, but I would love to do the Cohos Trail. I was looking at a map of it not too long ago, and it looks pretty sick. Looks remote as hell, but yes, I would love to do that trail, and I will someday. It'll be a good excuse to come back to the Northeast after I'm done living in the Northeast. Yeah. Holy shit, we got a big old super chat here. Back to Feral Daryl. $50 Canadian. That is a very generous super chat. Thank you so much. Wow. Damn. That's one of the biggest ones I've ever gotten. I got $100 super chat the other day, or not the other day, the last time I did a live stream, but damn. Feral Daryl, thank you very much. You didn't include a question, but if you want to throw a question to go with that super chat in the chat, I will try to answer it. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Guys, I might have to cough at some point here, so bear with me. I'll try to move away from the microphone. Let's see. Larry said, what brand camp chair do you use, Larry? That's the brand I use. Ooh, flipping off my audience. Probably not a good look. Sorry, guys. Except for Larry. By the way, everybody, if you watch these live streams before, you know what I'm about to say about the likes. You got to hit the like button. We got 32 likes, 126 people watching. I know for a fact that most of you guys haven't hit the like button yet. So what I like to do is I try to get, by the end of the live stream, the number of likes to be equal or greater than the number of people watching. So let's see if we can get like up to 100 likes. 100 plus likes today. We usually can. So if you haven't hit that like button, please help me out and hit that like button. Yeah, Melissa hit the like button. Christian hit the like button. Why am I just like fumbling all my words today? Guess I need to drink. Ah. All right, let's see here. Scrolling up a little bit. Emily said, "Do you have any more backpacking trips planned for 2021, or is the season over for the winter?" Yeah, no more backpacking trips planned. Unfortunately for now, I don't really go out in the winter too much. However, I would like to try it. The thing is, I don't have the gear for it. I don't have like winter proper gear because like up here in the Northeast, it gets fucking cold in the winter. So I can't really cut it. I could probably get down to like 20 degrees with the gear I have, and even that would be pushing it. So burp, drink every time I burp or cough because I feel a cough coming on too. But yeah, I just don't really have the gear for it, and my desire to do it isn't high enough that I'm willing to spend the money on the gear for it. However, if I can get someone who has like the gear for it that I can borrow, I would try it. It would have to be like a chill hike at first. Like I'm not going to go up and camp on top of freaking Mount Washington like my first time. Obviously no one does that, but it'd have to be something relatively easy just to get comfortable with the gear and all that stuff and get comfortable sleeping in very cold temperatures. But some people swear by it. Syntax 77, he loves camping in the winter, which I don't understand, but American Hiker 69, freaking just tossing bucks this way. How much money do I need to give you to come to the fucking gorge? Just messing. He did an awesome 20-mile trip last weekend. You are going to have to give me a lot more than $9.99 in order to come to the gorge because I'm never coming to the Red River Gorge. It's just out of principle at this point. Everyone always tells me come to the Red River Gorge on these live streams. I'm not going to do it. All right, we got another Canadian super chat from Farrell Darrell. Can you just say hi to Flo and Art from Farrell? I don't know who they are. Are they chill? If they're chill, I say hi. If they're not chill, then not saying hi. Sorry, Farrell Darrell. Not even $50 Canadian can make me say hi to someone who isn't chill. Okay. He confirmed they are chill. All right. Hello, Flo and Art. I'm always afraid that people are gonna troll me when they try to get me to say stuff. Let's see here. This is a really good question. Also has a really good name. Kyle Johnson said, "When you hammock camped, what did you do with your bag at night? Like your pack at night? Because obviously you can't put it in your tent because you're not in a tent. You don't have a vestibule to store it in because you're not in a tent." That's a great question. So honestly, there's not really a right answer either. It's just personal preference. What I would do is I use a trash compactor bag that I line the inside of my pack with, and then I, use that to keep everything waterproof. And so at night, what I would do is I would take my backpack and put all my extra gear in it, and then I would put the backpack inside the trash compactor bag. So like reverse, seal the trash compactor bag and just put it on the ground underneath my hammock. So I don't know, maybe sometimes I would hang stuff off a tree if I knew it wasn't going to rain, but that's what I would do. If anybody else is a hammock camper, I'm sure there's some in here in the chat that is. Let me know what you do with your gear because I'm assuming you don't bring it all into your hammock. Maybe you do. I don't know. What do I know? I haven't slept in a hammock in a long time. I'm going to cough. Ready? Drink. There we go. Been holding that one in. Joshua said, "When hiking the AT, are there designated campsites or can you just pitch a tent anywhere?" Well, Joshua, there are designated campsites on the AT. There's a lot of them, and you should definitely stay at them. You can also stealth camp, which is, I guess, if you're asking that question, you might not be familiar with what stealth camping is. Technically, stealth camping is when you like go off the trail like a certain ways and then set up a campsite that's like never been camped at before. but people, myself included, kind of also use that term, the term stealth camp, to mean when you just camp anywhere that's not at a shelter or a designated campsite. And so I will say there are like unofficial like stealth campsites all over the AT. I'm not going to say that you should stay at them because I am almost certain that many of them are technically illegal. However, I've never heard of anybody getting in trouble for it. I'm not going to lie, I definitely did that sometimes. Personally, I'm not an expert at all on like leave no trace and like environmental impact and stuff. But personally, I feel like if there's already a campsite that's been impacted and somebody's already stayed there, it's probably better for the environment to just concentrate use at that one spot versus having people go into the woods and like trample the vegetation and create their own campsites. But that's just me. A lot of people disagree, and they got some good points too. Let's see. Michael said, so I bought everything to do overnight hikes. What would be a good starter hike? I'm assuming. Burp drink. How many days and suggestions for a first timer? That's a good question. I get that question a lot. As far as how many days, I would say just start with one night. That's it. Go out, hike a short distance, a couple miles or whatever, and camp for the night, and then go back to your car the next day. Just start with one night. I think that will help you quite a bit to just like get comfortable, get familiar with your gear. You don't want to commit to lots of people do this and they're fine. But my advice, anyways, would be you don't want to commit to like a super long hike if it's your first time. It's probably best just to start with one. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be things you're going to realize very quickly that you need to change. And so it's easier to kind of make those adjustments if you're just out there for one night. And then as far as what would be a good starter hike, I don't know where you're located. There's tons of different ones you could do. So I'm not going to give anything specific, but I would say if you're near like a trail that has designated campsites, like the Appalachian Trail I just mentioned a few minutes ago there, yeah, I would say go to one of those campsites because there'll be other people there. Maybe you can get some help with things, or you just feel more comfortable with, other people around. But just a suggestion. Farrell Daryl, um, coming in with the poop questions. Ooh, I'm assuming is what he means. Do you bury wipes? I don't. I just take toilet paper. I know a lot of people like to bring wet wipes, but I don't do that. So I'm honestly not sure what you're supposed to do with those, but I bury my toilet paper very deep. Yes. Yes. And thank you for the super chat, by the way. Farrell Darrell's hooking it up tonight. Much appreciated. Christian B said, did you ever change your tent from that Big Agnes Fly Creek? Christian, I actually just bought a new tent recently, but I'm not going to talk about it yet because I'm going to make a full video on it at some point. So yes, I did finally change my tent though. I've only set it up once. That was actually, if you guys watch my video I posted on Friday when I was complaining about how I snapped my trekking pole clip thingy. I broke it when I was setting up my new tent. So yeah. Let's see. William Harley said, there's your 100 likes, Kyle. Woohoo! I'll drink to that. Let's see if we can get up to 120 because right now there's over 50 people watching that haven't hit the like button yet. I appreciate everyone who hit the like button. Thank you very much. And I appreciate everyone who's tuning in tonight. People are saying that they pack out their wipes. That's probably the best idea. If you're not sure, probably pack it out. And I don't really want to carry dirty wipes, so that's why I don't bring them. Let's see. Winstow said disliking. Come on. They don't even count the number of dislikes anymore. What's up with that? It actually kind of works out for me because I have a few videos that have a lot of dislikes. I have a few videos that are almost 50% dislikes. Like that's pretty rare. But I stand by it. People can't handle the truth. That's such a douchey thing to say. Free Heel said, zero drop shoes. Yeah, I have zero drop shoes. I have the Ultras, Lone Peak 5s, like I talked about in the last video. And I've liked them a lot. In fact, I liked them so much, they were one of my favorite pieces of gear this year. Hiking with Sean, $20 super chat. Very generous. Thank you very much, Sean. Sean said, new subscriber here. Enjoy your content. Keep up the good work. What a wholesome, just happy message. Good vibes all around. Thank you very much, Hiking with Sean, for your $20 super chat. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Brittany said, will you be forming a team for 46 climbs again in 2022? Oh, I got a cool thing I want to show you guys in a second about that. But to be honest, Brittany, I think I will, but probably going to be out hiking quite a bit in 2022 if everything goes to plan. So I'm not sure how. I guess I could still promote it. I don't really have to do anything after I make the team. So yeah, I think I will. I'm not going to commit to anything yet, but why wouldn't I really? So yeah. Anyways, I want to show you guys this thing. So last year when I had the #1 fundraising team for 46 climbs, Colby, my buddy, the co-founder of the organization, sent me this like really awesome plaque. It's on the wall right there. You're not going to be able to see it because the camera will have to turn, and I don't want to deal with that. But this year, instead of a plaque, he sent me this. Look at this. I don't know. It might be tough with the camera focus, but look at this like bear thing. Isn't that cool? That's my my prize this year. But really, it's all you guys that got me this, so that's really cool. I really want to like put it on the wall or something, but it doesn't have anything to like affix it to the wall, so I got to figure that out. I could probably use like a bunch of command strips, but I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out anyways. But 46 climbs, awesome. Thank you very much, Colby and Catherine. Not that they're gonna see this probably. All right. Christian B said, "Do you like hyper light mountain gear?" I don't really know. I mean, I know about them. I've never used their gear, so I can't really say either way. I know they're really popular. Like a lot of people love them. It just seems like their packs are. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, so maybe they have a new pack that I haven't heard of or something, or maybe something's changed, or maybe I just got this wrong. So just to be clear, I'm talking out of my ass a little bit here, but I feel like when I've looked at their packs in the past, they're not like that much lighter than like a normal. I mean, they are an internal frame pack, but they look like a super ultralight pack. And I know that people love them, and I think I've heard they're really durable. I'm gonna cough again. But they're just not that light, honestly, from what I remember anyways. So I've never really considered getting one. Their gear is expensive as hell too, but they're doing well. And I know a lot of people like them. So not saying you shouldn't get it, but that's just I was never really sold personally. Quarantine Cyclist said, "Hi Kyle. I took your recommendation on the Nightcore headlamp or head torch. Interesting. In the winter, it generally gets used to put out the trash, but looking forward to some more outdoor use come spring." Well, I'm glad you like the headlamp. I love that headlamp, man. The Nightcore NU 25. Yeah, 25. We got another super chat. RT Rand said, $5 super chat. Thank you. Burp. Drink. Are that many people drinking on a Monday night? Probably not. Oh, I burped again. Drink again. I always do these after dinner. This is what happens. But anyways, suggestions on a hiking service to start in Georgia for the AT. Oh man. I don't know. There's like so many people that start the AT already. Like it just gets swamped down there. I don't know if it's the best idea to start a service down there. But I've never really thought about this before. I would say if you're really serious about starting like a business along the AT, you should find a town that a lot of hikers go to that doesn't have a hostel. Like I remember there's a few towns on the AT, which granted it was a few years ago now that I hiked, so things might have changed, but I remember there was a few towns where every hiker basically was going into these towns because it was like it just made sense for resupply, but there was no hostel in the town. I was like, what's up with that? Because most towns had a hostel. So I remember Kent, Connecticut off the top of my head. And like I said, this might have changed since I was there, but I remember Kent, Connecticut didn't have a hiker hostel at all. I thought that was kind of lame. Manchester Center, Vermont has one, but it wasn't like super close to town. And it just didn't really make sense. So that's another town maybe. Where else? There was other ones too, and then there's some towns with like 4 hostels, but I don't know. I feel like Georgia's pretty well covered as far as services, but that's just me. Um, we got a $1 super chat from Taking Home the Trail. Thank you very much for your buck. I actually only got 66 cents of it though, because YouTube takes like 30% of the super chats, which is kind of lame, but I'm also using their platform. So I probably shouldn't complain about it, but I've thought about starting a Venmo and like trying to direct people to the Venmo because then I get 100% of the profits there. Would that be something people would be interested in? See, it just seems too complicated. I don't know, but you guys don't care. You just want me to answer your questions. And I don't really blame you because that's what I want when I'm watching people live stream too. Um, let's see. Getting Busy Living said, got a ULA CDT off a recommendation from you. Mine's custom and I love it. I use it mainly for day hikes. Nice. Nice. Yeah, the ULA CDT is a good backpack. Mine's still going strong. Preston said, I got banned from Venmo. I don't even want to know how that happens. Ah. All right. Paul said, hey, how is your foot doing? What did you do to rehab it? Did you seek professional help or just R&R? Inquisitive physical therapist wondering. Good question, Paul. I don't really know what happened to my foot because I did not get professional help. I've been to, I almost said chiropractor, not chiropractor, podiatrist a few times for other various hiking foot injuries. And they were always, the 2 times I did it, I guess I'll say, it was not helpful at all. And so for this foot injury, I was like, I'm not going to spend more money and go back. And so I mean, if it hadn't healed, then I probably would have, but it slowly healed up over the course of about a month. So I did not get professional help, and I have not had any issues with my foot since it finally healed up. I was very careful. I didn't hike or do anything active for, it was actually over a month in the middle of the summer, which killed me because you guys know I like to hike in the summer. And, but I was good about it. I didn't push it. And when I did finally start hiking again, I took it real slow at first. And I was all right. I hiked 163 miles in one shot in Colorado in September, and my foot did not give me any problems at all, which was awesome. So, and I haven't had any problems since. Oh gee, Feral Terrell, show us your stake number. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Is that something bad? Am I gonna Google this? I don't know what a stake number is. You got to clarify your question, but thank you for the super chat. Fuck. In the meantime, Preston, 199 super chat. What was the most common alcohol on trail? Let me answer that after I cough. Excuse me. What was the most common? I didn't really drink very much on my through hike, to be honest with you. What was I don't know, beer, liquor, any kind of liquor. I didn't really see very much wine, so basically anything but wine. Liquor gives you the most bang for your buck, though. That's for sure. It's just common sense. It's UL. It's the most UL way to drink some alcohol on trail. Daryl said, referring to that stake number, they said it's for men's mental health hashtag. I still don't know what that means. Christian B said, do you know the company Chicken Tramper? If so, do you like them? They seem pretty cool. I've heard of them. I've looked at their gear a little bit, but I've never bought anything from them. I think it's a weird name, but I know people like their gear, so maybe I'll have to check them out. Let me scroll up a little bit, see if I missed any questions, which I'm sure I did. Sam said, you were wrong about the Lone Peak 5 colors. If you guys watched my last video, you know what what Sam's referring to there. Was not wrong. The Lone Peak has some ugly ass colors. They also have some sick ones. I do not like that yellow, or what do people call it? Lime, whatever color. Not into that. Go watch my last video if you want to know what I'm talking about there. Um the modern native said, "Do you think 6,800 miles in one through hike would be possible? The AT into the North Country Trail." I mean, yeah, it would be possible. People have hiked 6,800 miles at one time. Be freaking hard though. I couldn't do that. I definitely could not do that. Um, that's crazy if you want to try that though. um, let's see here. By the way, guys, we got 172 people watching. Hell yeah. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, you know what to do. You know what to do. See if we can get that up to like 160. We're slowly approaching the same number of likes as we have people watching. But I have to thread this needle very carefully, because if I complain too much about the likes, then people are going to leave. And we don't want that. Nikki said, "Why for the South Carolina flag?" Which is an interesting way of asking me about that flag right there. My family lives in South Carolina. They moved down there from Vermont, and I still live in Vermont, but my parents got me that flag as a gift a few years ago, and it's a dope flag, so that's why. Joey Shelley said, "When are you going to do a backpacking trip with your subscribers?" They say that as if they know for certain I'm going to do it. It's just a matter of when. I don't like hiking in big groups of people. I'm not going to lie. I think it'd be kind of weird if it was, I would do like a day hike maybe with people, but I don't know about a backpacking trip. I would love to do like some sort of meetup someday for sure. I was thinking maybe at like a brewery or something. I just don't know how many people I could get to go. Because if like a bunch of people go, the brewery's going to be like, what the fuck? And if nobody shows up and I tell them that I'm having a meetup, then they're going to be like, this guy's an idiot. No one showed up. So, anyways, that's my dilemma there. Michael said, "Have you ever hiked in Southern California?" I've never even been to any part of California. So, no. Morris said, "Are you going to vlog on the PCT or just Instagram?" Of course, I'm going to post on here if it happens. It's probably going to happen though. No, I haven't made any official announcements yet though, but there'll be more on that once we finalize our plans. Greg said, "You need to auction off a 3-day backpacking trip in Vermont to the highest bidder." I mean, he's joking, but nah, I would never. I would feel like such an asshole if I was like, "Yeah, you can't like hang out with me unless you pay me." Like, nah. You can only ask me questions if you pay me on here, but no. But nah, I'm not gonna freaking have people pay to hike with me. Not yet, at least. I'm not famous enough for that. Let's see. Nikki 999 super chat with the old emoji there, the dog saying, "Thank you, Nikki. Thank you." That's a very wholesome emoji there. Nikki, thank you very much for your super chat. Thank you to everybody who's done super chats tonight, and everyone's who's just asking questions. Nikki, thank you very, very much. If you have any questions, Nikki, put them in the chat and I'll try to get to them. Snaptime said, "How much did Syntax make you pay pay him to hike with him?" I did not pay him jack shit. That was awesome to hike with him. I would love to hike with him again. We've been talking about it a little bit. It's hard to make plans work, but hopefully it'll happen. Now here's a great name for a user. The Amish Potato said, "Approximately how many days does one have to hike through the rain on the AT? I would really love to do it, but that part is making me really drag my feet. If you're like really opposed to hiking in the rain, you should not hike the AT. because you are, I guess, approximately. I've My best guess is maybe at least a quarter, if not more, of the trail I was hiking in rain. Maybe not like full on like downpouring rain the whole time, but like even you East Coasters and anyone who's hiked in the rain before know this, but even if it's not actively raining, if you get like a big rainstorm and then the rain stops, the trail's still wet. So like you're still brushing up against and your feet are still soaked. So I would say at least a quarter of the trail I was in rain or in like rainy conditions. So if you're not willing to go through that, I would not recommend the AT because you're gonna get wet for sure. Um, Mandy is making fun of my coughing, but she did it with a $20 super chat, which is very generous. So I'll accept it. Thanks for the enjoyable content. Maybe use this to buy some cough medicine. With that, I kind of forced that one a little bit, but I thank you, Mandy. Thank you. Even though you're making fun of me, I could have just not live streamed because I had a little bit of a cough. Is that what you guys want? I don't think so. The show must go on. Um, so here I am. It's all good though. Free Heel said $5 super chat. You're a good sport. Free Heel, thank you very much. And Mandy, thank you too. I always try to thank people like 3 times for each super chat. Thank you both very, very much. I am a good sport. I'm not very good at sports, but I am a good sport. I'm pretty good at spike ball. Anyone ever played spike ball? That shit is fun. Jeffrey said, when are you coming to Quebec? I would love to go to Quebec. I don't know much about the hiking in Quebec though. However, I am very close. Larry said hiking is a sport. Now that is debatable. I know there's some people on here that probably feel both ways about that. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. Is hiking a sport? Personally, I don't think it's a sport. Preston said camp chair fund for SoCal section of the PCT, $199. That's not going to get me very much of a camp chair, but Preston, thank you very much. I kid. I'm still not going to get a camp chair though. That is going to go directly into my beer fund. Chad Brooks said, "Hey Kyle, the new live stream setup is nice." Thank you. First person to compliment that. Well, first person I noticed anyways. Thank you, Chad. American Hiker 69 said, "You better answer my previous question, Kyle." Oh God, what was his previous question? Did I miss it? Or is it his previous super chat? American Hiker 69, you got to put it in the chat again. I can't keep track of all these questions. Damn, we got almost 200 people watching right now. That's awesome. Makes me nervous. I get kind of nervous before these live streams sometimes, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Not like nervous, but I'm just like, oh, like I can't fuck up. It's live. Because if I'm just recording a normal video, obviously, like I fuck up all the time. I just cut that shit out. Nobody needs to know. But on here, when I mispronounce the word what is it? I still can't say obligatory. Did I even get it right? Or when I cough and people make fun of it, it's like there's nothing you can do. But it is what it is. Brittany said, let's not insult hiking by calling it a sport. So I guess we know how Brittany feels about that question. Yeah, I don't think hiking is a sport, but like if we're talking like FKTs or like people trying to, races, obviously that's different. And like they can still be on hiking trails, but just like casual hiking, like I wouldn't consider myself an athlete, I just like to dick around the mountains. Christian B said, I think I like your channel the most out of all the backpacking channels because I can relate to you in a lot of ways. Thank you. Thank you very much. Andrew has a pretty good take here about the hiking as a sport thing. Andrew said, hiking is a sport for some folks. For example, FKTs, like I just said. For others, such as myself, it's more of an exercise in meditation or just hanging around with friends, bullshitting while walking in the woods. Great way to put it. I agree. Farrell Darrell's coming in with the chirps now. He said, or I shouldn't assume. They said, your mom dresses you funny. Thanks. Thanks for your money. Thanks for paying to make fun of my dressing. Come on. I'm no fashion expert, but then again, I am wearing a shirt from Walmart right now. I'm wearing a $30 hat that I bought at REI and like a $5 shirt I bought at Walmart like 3 years ago. I like this shirt. This is a dope shirt. I wear this shirt all the time. I've worn this in a bunch of videos. Nikki said, hiking is a lifestyle, curling is a sport. Why did you pick curling out of all the sports? You could have picked like basketball or hockey or something. Is curling a sport? I mean, probably, but come on, it's curling. No offense if you guys like curling, but come on. Oh shit, I keep missing. I forgot about American Hiker 69. I got you, bro. Okay. He said, any experience with synthetic sleeping bags or just down? Worried about the moisture with down. My first sleeping bag that I had for a long time was synthetic. My current quilt is down. I've never had any issues with down. I think a lot of people like down for a reason. I know some people are like, or I shouldn't say I know this. I think that some people are like allergic to it or something. So like that's a reason not to get it. But never had any problems with down. And as you know, I do all my hiking thus far, at least in the Northeast or the East Coast where it's very wet. So I've never had any trouble. Obviously, you have to be careful not to get your sleeping bag wet, but I would go with down if it's just me. Let's see. Preston said, would you consider doing the American portion of the International Appalachian Trail? I'm debating doing it next year if I have time before school in the fall. Well, that's cool. You should do it, Preston, and then you should come on Trail Tales and let me know how it was. I would not do all of it, but I'm kind of fascinated with the section of the International Appalachian Trail from like the summit of Katahdin north to the Canadian border, because Flossie has a camp, or he doesn't have his family has a camp that is like very close to where the trail like goes, the International Appalachian Trail. And so when we were up there back in September, I remember like looking at the map and being like, oh, that's pretty dope. Like we're pretty close to it. So that kind of piqued my curiosity. So I would like to do, because there's also like some shelters on it too, which is just interesting to me because I don't think many people hike there at all, but there's still, and a lot of the trails not even on trail, it's like on dirt roads and stuff, but they still have like shelters. So that is kind of fascinating to me. I don't think I would do the full thing, the full International Appalachian Trail, that is, though. We got a couple super chats here. That's a good question. Farrell Darrell paying me more money. They said it's a compliment because I know you can take it, referring to the way that I dress. I know. Actually, I don't know that it's a compliment, but I know I can take it. Don't clip that. Okay. Next super chat. The Amish Potato. Let's go. That's such a funny name. I don't even know why. It's just funny. And he's even got the icon to go with it. A tip for the great answer. Thank you. You are very welcome, Amish Potato. I like your name. Back where I went to college in Potsdam, New York, I went to Clarkson University. There's a lot of Amish people that live in that area. And so I used to see them all the time in town. And when I was driving to and from campus and stuff, I was always kind of fascinated by them. Let's see. The Modern Native said, I can't wait to hit 1,000 subscribers and get super chats when I'm live. Chad Brooks said, I'd just stay in Key West if I did the international AT. Yeah, probably. Let's see here. Let me scroll up a little bit. People talk about curling. Eric said, is providing ice cream for Trail Magic too much? No. I mean, assuming it's like cold still, if you just leave a tub of ice cream on the side of the trail for someone to pick up later, that's obviously not going to work. But I think that hikers would love ice cream as trail magic. I would definitely love that. I've never gotten ice cream as trail magic before. I would rather get ice cream than beer, to be honest with you, because sometimes when you're hiking in the middle of the day and it's like hot and you're tired, you don't really feel like drinking beer. But ice cream, hell yeah. Um, let's see here. By the way, guys, we're getting close to the same number of likes as number of people watching. So if you guys haven't hit the like button yet, there's only a few of you at this point, but if you're one of the few, please do so. Nathan said, "Any thoughts on doing an editing video?" Nathan, I'm assuming you mean like a video on how I edit my videos. Probably wouldn't do that because I just don't think that enough people would care. The video nerd in me would love to do that, to be honest with you, but um, maybe I could do like a Patreon episode about that. Nathan, I don't think you're on the Patreon, but maybe I could do like a Patreon episode because I don't think the general audience would give a shit about how I edit my videos, but maybe getting like some behind the scenes looks for the Patreon supporters would be cool. By the way, guys, let me just throw this out there. I appreciate all the super chats and everything. If you want to go above and beyond, I'm gonna pin the Patreon link. Did that work? That is like the best way to like support this channel. Seriously, I got like 60 plus people on there, 63 people on the Patreon. I just spit all over the camera there. So if any Patreon supporters are watching, I know American Hiker 69 is a Patreon supporter. If anyone else is watching, thank you very much for your support. All right, let's do some more questions here. Corin said, "What do you use to edit?" I use something called Hit Film Express to edit. It's free, which I love, but they've been fucking up the software lately. I'm like 2 updates behind on it because like the last 2 updates they've had to that software has been terrible, and people are really pissed about it. And so it's free, so I shouldn't complain, but that's what I've been using. Wiser Than You with a $5 super chat with no question. Thank you very much, Wiser Than You. You probably are wiser than me. Oh, they got a question right below it. So, oh man. If Darwin and Dixie got into a fencing match with trekking poles, who would win? I don't know. Who would win? By the way, guys, we got more likes than viewers now. Hell yeah. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Who would win? I don't know. Probably Dixie. It could go either way. I'll say Dixie in 3 rounds. But what do I know? They're both too nice to do a fencing match. Let's see. The Amish Potato coming back with another super chat. Thank you, Amish Potato. Very generous. I love potatoes. And I love the Amish. I knew of at least one Amish guy who attempted to through hike the KT. Oh, wow. I'm sure he... Excuse me, guys. I'm sure he blended in well with all the other bearded, smelly guys on trail. That's mean. I've never heard of an Amish person hiking. I would love to meet an Amish person hiking. I'd pick their brain about that so much. American Hiker 69. One more super chat before going to bed. Good night, buddy. I'll message you about trail tales. That sounds great. Please do that. I'm going to answer like 3 more questions, everybody, okay? By the way, Preston did a 199 super chat that just said question. Sick question, Preston. Sick question. I'm going to answer 3 more questions, everybody, and then we're going to wrap this up. This has been really fun, though. I'm going to try to get on here and do more of these. I always say that, but I will. I feel like Monday night's a good time for it. Clearly, based on the numbers of people watching. Josh said this will be the first of 3. Is getting a duplex for the AT worth it? Now, I do not have a duplex. I've never owned a duplex, but I know that a lot of people really love that tent, and I saw a lot of them on the AT. So I can't recommend it personally just because I've never used it, but I would say that most people would probably say yes. We got another super chat here. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this currency is. Let's look it up. Indian rupees. Okay, I have no idea how much money that is. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to pronounce this Indian name. I'm so sorry to whoever this person is. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. But I appreciate the super chat. That's the first super chat with rupees that I've ever gotten. All currencies are accepted. Oh, they asked a question. Are you Eminem? What? No, I'm not Eminem. But thank you for the super chat. I will not count that question towards the final three. So we got two, or what am I doing? Two questions left. Um, um, let's see. Jenny said, "Would you ever ditch your apartment to be full-time hiker trash?" Probably. That's a good question. I probably would, but it wouldn't be forever. I wouldn't want to be without a apartment forever, but it is pretty enticing, I'll tell you that. Um, let's see here. We got time for one more question, so put your questions in now. I'm going to hold out for a good one. I'm not this one doesn't count, but Lexi said, "What do we have to do to get Flossie back on the live stream?" You got to get him a new job because he's working right now. That's why he couldn't make it. Um, one more question. One more question, guys. By the way, one more reminder to check out the Patreon. Um, you know, it's just the best way to support the channel. I like to do these little update videos on there every now and then. It gives you a more direct channel to me. If you have any questions, I respond to all the messages on Patreon. Um, I know most of you already know what Patreon is and stuff, but if you want to really like go the extra mile, consider joining the Patreon. It's just like a couple bucks a month either. It's not that much money and it's a lot of fun. Sometimes I'll give like sneak previews for video topics, or I'll have the Patreon supporters vote on different thumbnail and title ideas to help give me a better idea of which thumbnail I should use. So the Patreon link is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description. One more question. Ooh, Phony Holmes. This is a great question. I'm going to answer this one for the final question. What are your favorite camp moments after a long day of hiking? My favorite camp moments. There's just something about camping at a view. Like if you're at a campsite that has like a nice view, which you don't always get here on the East Coast. In fact, you very rarely get that. So that's like my favorite moment is being at a campsite with a really nice view on a nice clear night where you can see the lights from town being like down, like down in the valley or whatever. Of course, the stars too, and just like sitting back and just like chilling and just like reflecting on the day. So that's what it is. I'm gonna peace, guys. Not to be confused with pee. I'm not gonna pee. Well, I probably am because I've been doing this for like an hour. But I'm gonna go. Thank you so much to everybody tuning in. I love you all. I will have a video on Thursday for you. And I will marry every single one of you if I could, but I can't. So I'm not going to do that actually. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Live stream over.